Hello everybody, I am back once again with another video here for you all, and I haven't done one of these in a while, but it is time once again for a channel update video. And, uh, and before some of you ask about this, no, the channel is not going anywhere, where I don't have any intention on it going anywhere or closing anytime soon. No, this has been basically just a standard update video that will be highlighting my plans for the channel for the fall season. So, basically for the months of September throughout the month of December. And there are several topics that we have to cover here. So, let's get right into the meat and potatoes here. First, we'll start with the game show series. Of course, as you all know, our series of Daytime Wheel of Fortune wrapped up officially at the end of June, so that series is no more. And it was a terrific 7 years worth of uh, episodes that we did. Almost 250 episodes, so that's quite a bit. So, yeah, so that series, of course, like I said, is finished. It will not be coming back, so don't even think about asking in the comments when it's going to be coming back, because I'm already making it quite clear that it is not. However, we will have a new game show series in its place to take the Saturday morning 10 a.m. time slot beginning on September 21st. Of course, as you know, a couple of years ago, I did a series of Caesar's Challenge. That was during the first half of 2022, and that went over pretty well. And I am pleased to report that that series will be coming back again for a second season. And as of the time that this is being recorded, we have completed 9 episodes worth of filming. There may be an additional episode or two that have been filmed by the time this goes up, but we'll just have to see what happens. And just like I don't know how many, and I think what I'm gonna do is just like the first season of this, I am going to have at least 20 episodes for this season, maybe a little bit more. We'll see what happens. And then, of course, our championship game with the top 3 cumulative scores from the season at the very end. So that'll definitely be exciting. And like I said, that'll take the Saturday morning time slot for 10 a.m. Eastern, beginning on September 21st. The next game show series I'm going to talk about is Wheel Every Day in October. And this is a series that has been a fall staple on the channel for many years, dating back, in fact, to 2011. So it's definitely been a long time. And I know for a fact that Aubrey still does this series annually, and yeah, so it's pretty much tradition for my channel at this point to do Wheel Every Day in October. Now, believe it or not, I did actually used to do 2 different separate wheel series for that particular fall season. One for October and then one for December. I don't. I do a different one for December now, but I will get to that a bit later. In terms of Wheel Every Day in October, of course, as you know, we had Brandon Hinkle co-hosting that with me last season, and he's going to be my co-host again this year. I do have all 31 episodes of that filmed, by the way, as of the time of recording this. So that entire season is filmed and ready to go. The premieres have been set up, and I think you'll enjoy how this season has turned out. Now, I will also say, without spoiling any game outcomes, that for about the first third of this season, there is a new co-host that was brought on board. That, of course, being Nancy Martin, who, of course, used to go by a different name before, but nonetheless, she's still a pretty fun person to hang out with. And yeah, so you'll definitely be seeing her in the first third of the Wheel Every Day in October videos. Those are so, and that series, of course, will begin airing on October 1st and will run through the entire month of October through to Halloween. And now we're going to talk about another game show series I actually want to bring up that is, of course, if you remember, back in the 2019-2020 season, I did Press Your Luck Expert Edition using the Elizabeth Banks mod, and that, of course, was because at that time, Press Your Luck had just returned to TV, classic Press Your Luck, that is, after a very, very long absence. And I figured, why not bring that series back to the channel? But since it's been a while, we kind of rebooted it. How? By giving it a different title. It is called Press Your Luck XL, and as you can probably imagine, there is a lot of money to be had, a lot of money to be won with this particular series. And this series has actually already started airing on the channel, and we started airing that. The first episode, of course, is already aired at the time of recording this. The second video will probably have aired already by the time you see it. But I will go over. I have not decided how many episodes yet of this series I'm going to be doing. I'm aiming for at least 20, but again, we'll see what happens. As for when you can watch this series, this will be, well, since it's involves quite a lot of money and extremely high value prizes, I figured it would make sense for this series to air in prime time. And as such, it can be seen on the channel at 8 p.m. Eastern, Friday nights. Now, for the December series, which I'm going to go over, which of course is the 25 Days of the Price is Right. Of course, as you know, this was the December series that replaced 25 Days of Wheel last year. And honestly, I felt 25 Days of Price went over very well last year, hence why I have decided to bring it back for this year now. Filming for this series, as of the time of this video's recording, as well as airing, has not begun yet, but I hope to do that very soon. And that series, of course, will be airing. It will begin to air on December 1st, and as you can probably tell from the title, will run straight through the month of December up to Christmas Day. So that'll definitely be a good series to enjoy. And with the game show topics out of the way, now we'll go over the Let's Plays. Of course, as you know, the last several months here on the channel, we've had Let's Plays of, the last several weeks here on the channel, we've had Let's Plays of Paper Mario Thousand Year Door for the Switch, as well as Spider-Man 2 for the PS5 airing on the channel. And at this point, there aren't very many episodes left to go. Now, this video is supposed to air, I think, September 1st or September 2nd. So, as such, those series will both be wrapping up early next week. And next week. So, hopefully, you've enjoyed both of those series. And then on September 10th, you will start to see a series of Luigi's Mansion 2. I will warn you right now, this is not going to be a very long series, and that's because, well, during the times where I was recording these videos, yeah, it just frustrated me to no end, and that's basically what made me go, okay, we're not playing this again. And, however, you will see, so yeah, not very many videos for that series as a result, but you will see all of them as originally shot, and that's beginning on September 10th, and that will only last for about a week or so as a result of, well, let's just say, yeah, I'm not really going further about that. And so that brings us to our next playthrough, which will begin on September 18th. And this is the first time that I'm dipping my toes into this style of play for this particular franchise. beginning on September 18th, you will see a Nuzlocke for Pokemon Shield. That, of course, from the Gen 8 games that first released in late 2019. While this series will have a bit will last a bit longer than the Luigi's Mansion 2 series, yeah, it's also going to be a short playthrough. I will say that right now, and you'll see exactly what I mean once that does air. Once those videos do air. Now, I did mention already Wheel Every Day in October, but what's also going to be coming to the channel in October is Mario Party Jamboree. That, of course, is a brand new Mario Party game from Nintendo, and one that we're kind of due for at this point, since it's been 3 years since Mario Party Superstars came out. And this is a game I'm definitely looking forward to playing. So now my plan for this game is to go through all the boards, as well as the Koopathon mode as bonus, and there'll probably be some other fun stuff to do as well. Now, all the boards I am going to go through solo first, and then do some online matches against other people. Now, as to how I'm going to number the episodes for that series, normally each episode of a particular LP I do is numbered in numerical order, but for Mario Party, since this new game is supposed to have 7 boards, I figured what would make the most sense to me in this case is for each episode, is that for each board, is each section, obviously put in the title of the name of the board that's being played, and and each board will get a separate episode count. So for example, if say I'm playing Rainbow Galleria and that board lasts for 5 episodes, then I would title the videos as like Mario Party Jamboree, Rainbow Galleria Episode 1, then Episode 2, Episode 3, Episode 4, and Episode 5, and so on. So yeah, it'll be like that for all the boards, and yeah, so that'll definitely be a lot of fun, and I'm definitely looking forward to enjoying what that game has to offer. That will start, that I plan to start around October 17th. And another Nintendo Switch game that's going to be coming out in the fall is Mario and Luigi Brothership. That I plan to get going around the weekend of November 8th. The launch date for that, of course, is November 7th, and I've never played a Mario and Luigi game, in full anyway, on the channel before, so this will definitely be a nice treat. And it's also the first brand new Mario and Luigi game in about 10 years. I know there have been remakes of Superstar Saga and Bowser's Inside Story that have also been released in between this time period, but those don't really count. Now I will point out though that that series will be taking a bit of a brief pause beginning on December 1st, so that much of that month's focus can go toward 25 Days of Price is Right, and we would then resume Mario and Luigi on December 26th. And now there are other games also that are also going to be coming out in the fall that I'm planning to play on the channel that I've not gone over yet, and these games are for the PlayStation 5. Yes, as you probably know, I did get a PlayStation 5 a few months ago, and I have been starting to put gameplays for some of those titles on the channel. And I'm going to go over some of the upcoming ones that you'll be seeing, and I'm going to start with the ones that are actually going to be coming out this upcoming week. On September 3rd, we have Harry Potter Quidditch Champions. So, and of course, with me being a big Harry Potter fan, that of course was an instant yes for me. And then of course on September 6th, we've got the cute platformer known as Astrobot. So that is definitely going to be a lot of fun, and that's supposed to be a pretty big game too, from what I've heard. And then, of course, at the beginning of October, specifically October 4th, NHL 25 comes out on the PlayStation 5, and then on October 25th, we have Sonic X Shadow Generations also coming out on the PlayStation 5, and that game is actually multi-platform. It's going to be on PlayStation, Switch, and Xbox, but I decided to get the PlayStation version for Sonic this time around. No offense to the Switch, because that was the version that I got for Sonic Superstars, but I chose the PlayStation, and my pre-order for Sonic X Shadow Generations was originally going to be the Nintendo Switch version. That was until I got my PlayStation 5 at the beginning of June, so I figured I would get the PS5 version instead, and because of that. And another reason is also because, well, nothing against the Switch, but it is pretty late in its life cycle at this point, so I figure Sonic X Shadow Generations will probably run and look a lot better on PlayStation 5 than it probably would on the Nintendo Switch. Now, as for how coverage of those PlayStation games are going to be handled, well, now there is an option on my PS5 where I can stream those games directly to Twitch from the console, so that's likely how I'm going to handle coverage of those particular titles. However, since I will be streaming directly from the system rather than with actual capture card software or whatever, I will not be able to provide commentary for those streams, so do keep that in mind. And then, of course, about a day or so after those streams are complete, I will then be aiming to upload the VODs of those to YouTube, so that way, if you weren't missed that particular stream, you'll have a chance to catch up on what was missed. And there we go. So, on that note, I think that is more likely going to do it for this update video. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoy all the great stuff that's to come during this fall season here on the channel, and I will see you all later.